Before being known as a hack, before driving for Hendrick Motorsports, Alex Bowman was a driver that nobody really noticed on race day. Until 2016, he really was most known by fans for this one moment.
It is not out, and the driver's climbing out of the car. That's Alex Bowman jumping out of there.
I think he was telling him to get out. At least that's what he needed to be telling him.
Yeah.
And what happens
there's a fire suppression system under there that will try to help put that out.
It tries to help, but that fire is what was left of the flat tire on the right front brake rotor. These brake rotors are ridiculously warm.
But in 2016, all of this changed. In the June race at Michigan, Dale Earnhardt Jr. was racing in the middle of the pack during a mid-race restart. Making up his way towards the front, he was 3 wide. He got some cars underneath him, they got loose, and Earnhardt's red and yellow Exalta Chevy was sent into the outside wall. While not seeming like a hard hit, Jr. suffered a season-ending and career-shortening concussion. While the headlines were caught up in the return of Jeff Gordon, taken up by all the headlines of him being in the 88 ride filling in, Bowman was tapped to drive as well, and it really wasn't that covered. While running well at New Hampshire, he didn't get the finish he deserved, and this became a trend for Bowman as well for Gordon in the 88. Coming into Phoenix, the best that this team had ran since Earnhardt's departure was Jeff Gordon's 6th place finish at the Martinsville Speedway in his final career start. Bowman, on the other hand, had a career high of 7th at Kansas, but the weekend at Phoenix was different. Bowman was fast, and it was shown in qualifying as he won his first career Cup Series pole just over Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott. Phoenix was a good track for the 88 team, as Dale Jr. had been incredibly competitive there since the start of the Gen 6 era. So everything seemed to be coming together for the Arizona native Bowman. And this seemed to be all well and good for the blue and silver Nationwide Chevy from the get-go as he ran off from the lead as trouble ensued behind him. But once he got going again, he ran off again from chasers like Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, and Denny Hamlin. Bowman was going against the best drivers in the sport, and in the first run was beating them handily. And that wasn't just for a few laps. He led through the longest green flag run of the day. But with a caution coming out during a green flag set of pit stops, this shuffled the order up. This time, Bowman couldn't keep the lead.
Race for the lead. Here comes Joey Logano. Heading into turn 3, Logano looking at the outside now, the 88 of Alex Bowman.
Alex, the spotter's got to be letting him know he's on the outside of him. He did a good job. Joey Logano leads that lap. That's a bonus point for Joey Logano.
Even with Logano getting past him, Bowman held steady in the top 3. He was impressive and competitive, and he was racing like a seasoned veteran driver. It wasn't long before the 88 was back up fighting for the lead, and by the 157th lap, he was there.
Only 156 laps to go. At the halfway point of this race, Alex Bowman has led early on 93 laps, trying to get the lead again as he looks to the inside of Logano.
Logano, I think wisely, going to let the 88 go. This is the moment in the race that Joey Logano...
Past halfway, Bowman looked like he was a true and viable contender for the win. And the deal was, he was even doing that against other competitors. As the final 100 laps continued to click off for Bowman, it looked more and more like he was ready to get his first career win. But this is NASCAR. A win, especially a first win, is not an easy task. With differing pit strategies, Denny Hamlin took over the lead, but Bowman's true competition for the win would soon be revealed, as Matt Kenseth in his number 20 Toyota got ahead of his teammate and scooted away while the field was preoccupied with each other. Bowman was mired in traffic and was in the worst position he had been all day, 8th. With 35 to go, he was 5th, 3 champions and a future champion ahead of him. but he had the fastest car in the field. He was charging, but time was not on his side as the track shadows grew wider and longer at the end of the race. With 20 to go, he was nearing the podium, making contact with Kyle Busch. He needed help from a caution as both Matt Kenseth and even a little bit Joey Logano were getting away from him. But he overcame, passing Busch and then with 15 to go, getting by Logano. Just under 4 seconds was the gap. He looked to be coming up just short, at least until 2 laps to go.
Championship, the caution comes out. The 95 into the wall. There will be a restart, and it is going to go to overtime.
There was going to be a green-white checkered finish to finish this race. Bowman would restart in second, right beside Matt Kenseth.
First attempt at overtime. Bowman trying to block. He gets into the 20. The 20 slides. The 18 goes by. The caution hasn't come out yet. Now it does. The 20 of Kenseth into the wall.
For many fans, the restart was a complete blur. Bowman had blocked Kyle Busch, but Busch had already got somewhat underneath him, so they made contact. Their contact sending Bowman in at a bad angle with too much speed. Kenseth came down all the way down the track, thinking he was clear, right down into Bowman. The two would get together, Kenseth getting the worst of it, but it also sent Bowman back to 5th with some damage. He ended up finishing 6th on the final restart, while Joey Logano came home with the victory. After leading 194 of the 324 laps, the race ended in disappointment for the young Bowman. At the end of the day, though, Bowman won out, as only about 14 months later, he would strap into the number 88 Chevrolet for the Daytona 500, not as a replacement driver, but as the car and team being his own. He finally had a full-time good ride in the NASCAR Cup Series, now with Hendrick Motorsports. Now, he didn't win in his first season, but at the Chicagoland Speedway in 2019, he scored his first career Cup Series victory ahead of his future teammate Kyle Larson. The next year, he dominated at Auto Club and had his best season to date. And with a race remaining in the 2021 season, which is the current season as I am recording this, he has scored 4 wins on the season. So while he didn't shock the NASCAR world completely at Phoenix in 2016, he did end up being a big part of said world. So with that, I'm going to pass this on to you. How well would you say that Alex Bowman took advantage of his opportunity to race for Hendrick Motorsports in 2016? Let me know down in the comments below. While you're at it, leave a like in this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more great NASCAR content like this, both to the end of the season and through the off season. And thank you so much to all of my channel members for your continued support. It is so awesome to see. So until next time, have a good one.